Hi, and welcome to the Visual Arts Community, just for teachers like you, elementary art teachers. I'm Sarah Rising, the moderator for this group, and today I have a three-part series in art room methodologies. This is the first of three parts, and in this episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about ideas and thoughts on assessments in the art room. Please take a few minutes, watch the videos, and participate in the discussion questions. I can't wait to hear your wonderful ideas. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any updates or miss any of the fun. Now, what I'm going to do next is share the presentation, and just like before, if you've seen this, I will also share a PowerPoint presentation that you can go to check out the links for documents and resources. All right, so assessments in the art room. We're going to talk about assessment alignment, why and when to assess, assessment ideas, and I've linked some great reads and reviews. If you're anything like me, I will go all gung-ho and create some assessments, then stop for a while and use what I have. And then when it's time to write new assessments, I have to go back and research to locate best practices. So hopefully this will serve as a resource for you guys to help you with that. With assessment alignments, you want to identify assessments that we intend to use, include a reason for why they're being measured, and provide a way to reflect on effectiveness of assessments. Basically, what I did was I just reviewed lots of my old notes in professional development and did some research online for these materials. While we're assessing, as we know, we've got two basic assessments. We've got the formative assessment and the summative assessment. The goal of the formative is to monitor student learning. They provide quick feedback to teachers so we can improve and modify instruction to meet our students' needs. Summative assessments, on the other hand, evaluate student learning at the end of an instructional unit. Teachers compare students' summative assessments to a specific standard or a benchmark to show a level of mastery. This is a helpful chart that I found. I keep it in my planner. That helps me when I'm writing assessments. But as you can see, it shows you two different scenarios when you're using formative versus summative assessments. So as you can see, formative assessments happens during instruction. The goal is to improve. You use it to check students' understanding of a topic. These help teachers plan instruction, and they provide students with feedback. The summatives happen after instruction. The goal is to prove. It's used to evaluate student learning at the end of a unit, and it shows a level of mastery for a particular skill or a standard, and students often receive a grade. Now, I know that we are all different in how we are grading students, so depending on what you're doing in your district, that will affect how you're doing grades. So we always wonder, when should we use an assessment? I've also thrown in diagnostic, and I like to think of diagnostic assessments as a quick fire method of gauging your students' knowledge. The formatives use at the end of maybe a previous day's lesson or at the start of a new lesson. And then, as we've said, the summative is an evaluation of content mastery. It occur at the end of the given learning period. And these are all things that we know, but I like to be reminded, and I think it's helpful to be reminded and refreshed on how these work. This idea, I found it, I've linked on the bottom of the page where it's from. I'm not going to go over the entire thing with you, but it is a quick, this is another one that I keep in my planner book when I'm writing. And this is a good one to have on hand to just refer to. But you can see examples of all three diagnostic, formative, and summative assessments, and it shows you how you can use these in your classroom situations. More assessment ideas. This is again, I am all about handy learning charts, so hopefully you guys are too. But these are types of summative assessments, performance tasks, written products, oral products, and standardized tests. We're all doing different things based on our county requirements. So these are one way to do summatives. And then the chart I have over here, the colorful chart, has ideas for formative assessments for learning in the visual arts. And those are things you can use throughout your days and throughout your weeks when you're in a unit. Tickets out the door. We love these. I've linked Christine Nanny's top 5 reasons why you need to be using exit tickets. And although she's not an art teacher, I found this really useful, and I hope you will too. But she lists the reasons why you want to use these. You get immediate reflection. It's a student focus. You get more from your lesson. You can catch something that maybe you're not teaching and the kids haven't understood, gives you immediate feedback on that. And like I said, it allows you to quickly modify your instructions. So it helps you modify or monitor what you're doing. Sometimes I assume that I've explained something and then the students really didn't get that bit of information. So tickets out the door are really helpful and really easy. Rubrics, we all have used them in the past. These are a couple of free samples. If you're out there on the internet, lots and lots of ideas in the world of the internet that has both paid and free versions. I will be covering the Georgia Department of Education's art instructional resources that have quite a few rubrics that you guys can use as well. And then this little chart I put on the right is just a rubric for projects that let you guide yourself through using rubrics in the classroom. I've included some great reads and reviews. This first one, Art Assessment, this is a really helpful video where some graduate students have presented actual art assessments in the classroom and how you will use them. I found it super, super helpful. Recently just came across this. The 20 quick formative assessments for the art room, another one that's a great view. And then finally, the formative assessment where you can explore processes for using assessment during arts integration. While we are not integrating arts, we are art. I found this one really useful as well. So hopefully these things help guide you and get you back to your roots of writing assessments and using assessments in the classroom. I know that sometimes we have such a limited time with our children and that assessments seem to slip away from us. But I've tried to be more proactive in the use of these, and I'm sure you guys are doing the same as well. So that's it for assessments. What I'd like to do is open the discussion, and if we can share, what are your go-to art assessments? You can share those with the group. One of the things I did not include on the 2 assessments that I've included in the previous slide, those also include links to the documents, and you guys can create those by just making a copy in the Google Sheets and then edit it and make it work for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this topic. I enjoyed presenting it, and hopefully you can share with us what you guys are doing in your classroom as well. Good seeing you. Bye.